Miss Fernicola, what else can I say but we've all had a hell of a year. And since it was your last, we decided to send you out with a bang. So please enjoy all of your students giving you one line of goodbye. A long, long time ago.
I can still remember how that music used to make me smile.
And I knew if I had my chance
that I could make these people dance and maybe they'd be happy for a while.
But February made me shiver with every paper I'd deliver.
Bad news on the doorstep. I couldn't take one more step.
I can't remember if I cried when I read about his widowed bride.
But something touched me deep inside the day the music died.
So bye, Miss American Pie. Drove my Chevy to the levee, but the levee was dry.
And them good old boys were drinking whiskey and rye, singing, "This'll be the day that I die.
This'll be the day that I die."
Did you write the book of love, and do you have faith in God above?
If the Bible tells you so.
Now do you believe in rock and roll?
Can music save your mortal soul? And can you teach me how to dance real slow?
I know that you're in love with him, because I saw you dancing in the gym.
You both kicked off your shoes. Man, I dig those rhythm and blues.
I was a lonely teenage drunken buck with a pig carnation and a pickup truck.
But I knew I was out of luck the day the music died.
I started singing bye, bye, Miss American Pie.
Drove my Chevy to the levee, but the levee was dry. Them good old boys were drinking whiskey and rye, singing, "This'll be the day that I die. This'll be the day that I die."
Now for 10 years we've been on our own, and moss grows fat on a rolling stone.
But that's not how it used to be.
When the jester sang for the king and queen.
And a coat he borrowed from James Dean.
And a voice that came from you and me.
Oh, and while the king was looking down, the jester stole his thorny crown.
The courtroom was adjourned and no verdict was returned.
And Lennon read a book on Marx.
A courts had practice in the park. We sang dirges in the dark the day the music died.
We were singing bye, bye, Miss American Pie.
Drove my Chevy to the levee, but the levee was dry. Them good old boys drinking whiskey and rye.
Singing, "This'll be the day that I die. This'll be the day that I die." Helter skelter in a summer swelter.
The birds flew off with a fallout shelter 8 miles high and forward cast.
It landed foul on the grass. The players tried for a forward pass.
With the jester on the sidelines and a cast.
Now the halftime air was Sweet Perfume, while the sergeants played a marching tune.
We all got up to dance. Oh, but we never got the chance.
'Cause the players tried to take the field, the marching band refused to yield. Do you recall what was revealed the day the music died?
We started singing
Bye bye,
Miss American Pie
drove my Chevy,
to the levee.
but the levee was dry.
Was it dry?
It was dry.
Them good old boys?
We're drinking
Whiskey and rye?
and singing.
This'll be the day that I die?
This'll be the day that I die?
What the hell's that?
Oh, and there we were all in one place, a generation lost in space, with no time to start again.
Okay, so come on, Jack be nimble, Jack be quick. Jack flashed out on a candlestick.
Because fire is the devil's only friend.
Oh, and as I watched him on the stage, my hands were clenched in fists of rage.
No angel born in hell can break that Satan's spell.
And as the flames climbed higher into the night to light the sacrificial rite,
I saw Satan laughing with delight the day the music died.
We're saying bye bye, Miss American Pie. Drove my Chevy to the levee, the levee was dry.
Them good old boys are drinking whiskey and rye.
Singing, "This'll be the day that I die. This'll be the day that I die."
I met a girl who sang the blues, and I asked her.
She just smiled and turned away. I went down to the sacred store,
Where I had heard the music years before, but the man said the music wouldn't play.
and in the streets the children screamed, the lovers cried, and the poets screamed.
But not a word was spoken, all the church bells were broken. And the three men I admire the most, the Father, Son, and Holy Ghost.
They caught the last train for the coast the day the music died.
and they were singing, bye bye Miss American Pie. Drove my Chevy to the levee, but the levee was dry.
And them good old boys were drinking whiskey and rye.
Thinking this will be the day that I die. This will be the day that I die.
They were singing bye bye Miss American Pie.
Drove my Chevy to the levee, but the levee was dry.
Good old boys drinking whiskey and rye, singing "This will be the day that I die."